Maggie is a 38-year-old female working at a small rural hospital as the food service dietary manager. She has been in the position for 10 years and has made a big impact in the hospital, bringing in higher quality food and better service for her patients. The past year, she has had a very hard time filling positions in the kitchen. One, the town's population is declining, and young people who would normally fill these positions are leaving town. And two, after the COVID pandemic, she has had a very difficult time finding employees who will work consistently. She has petitioned to her supervisor in the finance department to get more money to make the job more attractive to people. However, they have declined the request. Staff morale is poor, and Maggie herself is feeling defeated and unsupported by upper management. Staff frequently must work double shifts and do extra jobs that are not in their job description because of the staff shortage. Department meetings are filled with negativity, and one staff member, Bob, has had a constant bad attitude about work. Bob is very vocal about his displeasure. It is starting to impact the others' productivity and morale. Bob has also made disparaging, although not harassing, comments to his coworkers. Although Bob is an extremely hard worker, Maggie has decided that she needs to address the issue with the employee in an effort to improve overall morale. Hi, Bob. The reason I brought you to my office is because I've heard that you have been making disparaging remarks towards other employees. You've been saying things that have made them feel really uncomfortable and that have impacted their enthusiasm about work. This is against company policy and it's completely unacceptable. Why is your attitude so bad?
Well, I feel I'm not appreciated. I work very hard, sometimes put in 45 to 55 hours a week, and don't get any gratitude. I'm not the only one who's saying this and who feels this way. Kathy, Charlie, and Beth are complaining all the time. So it's just not me.
Well, I'm sorry you feel this way, Bob. However, as you may know, we are already very short staffed, which is a crucial issue, and we are trying to address it. And there's no reason for you to behave this way.
Well, I feel I'm working harder and harder and getting paid the same amount of money. Upper management are driving to work in their BMWs and Mercedes, and I can barely afford to feed my family. Things are really tough right now. My wife was recently laid off, and everything is getting more expensive, and it's all adding up. I have to work every single weekend. I do not even have time to spend with my family. If I don't figure out how to make ends meet, I'm going to have to quit this job. No one here is doing anything about the staffing. All they do is talk. I've been hearing the same thing over and over for a very long time.
Okay, Bob. Well, thank you for opening up with me about how you're feeling and expressing how your work here is impacting your family. I'm very sorry that you're having some personal issues, but I can't change your salary or your schedule. If I were to change your salary or your schedule, I would have to do it for everyone. Ever since COVID, we have had a difficult time staffing. Bob, upper management has declined my petition to increase salary to attract more employees, which is making it even more difficult. I don't know what I'm going to do to fill these roles, and I can't have you acting in the way that you're acting. Making disparaging comments to coworkers will not solve anyone's problems. If you continue to have a bad attitude, I'll need to put you on a probation. Will I have a problem with you, Bob?
Well, that's not exactly what I expected. You don't understand. No one here cares about the employees. Home Depot is paying 30% more employees get off every other weekend. I'm quitting because I've had enough. I'm quitting.
Okay, Bob. Well, I'm sorry to see you go. This second scenario ended in a less than ideal way. One, Maggie did not ask Bob to explain the reasons He was upset and the reasons why he was acting in the way that he was acting, making the disparaging remarks. She used accusatory language, which prompted Bob to become defensive. From that point on, she lost any chance of working with Bob to come to a solution. And number two, coming to the solution, Maggie made no attempt to come to the solution between the two of them. And instead, this resulted in Bob quitting.